I would like to introduce our next speakers for the session on the topic Next Gen Conversational AI, Enhancing Customer Experiences. Mr. Kapil Mehta, Senior Director, Technology Solutions, Visionet, and Mr. Sachendra Y, Digital Consultant Director, Visionet. Mr. Kapil Mehta, Senior Director of Technology Solutions at Visionet, is a results-driven IT leader with a background in computer science. With over 2 decades of diverse experience across automotive, healthcare, and technology sectors, he excels in business transformation, technology partnerships, and product practices. He is a respected speaker and a member of various CIO executive councils. With over 25 years of experience, Sachendra is a visionary leader adept at steering global teams in strategic design, innovation, and business transformation. His forte lies in crafting intuitive customer experiences, leveraging insights into user behavior. He excels in fostering collaborative environments and has a notable track record of creating impactful strategic roadmaps and nurturing high performance teams. Can we all put our hands together and welcome Mr. Kapil Mehta and Mr. Sachendra Y on the dais? I understand post lunch the sessions might be a little low on energy, but it would be really great if you can all put your hands up together once again. Yes, that's the spirit. Thank you, everyone.
Check. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, we do have a presentation also, once again. Sorry for that. That too after the lunch. Since morning and from the last 4 to 6 weeks, I've been attending various conferences. I've attended conferences with a lot of life sciences customers. I've attended conferences with a lot of retail customers. I've attended a lot of conferences with a lot of engineering companies in the last 1 month or so. Now, all these conferences, what we have attended so far, is driven by our customers. And they were keenly interested in understanding how, what, where we can use Gen AI. Our journey of Gen AI started almost, I should say like 6 months back, but we speeded up in the last 90 or 100 days. 6 months back, our group CIO, called us and said, guys, what are you doing on Gen AI? We really need to go after Gen AI. We have to speed up. We have to be, step ahead and all that. Then we put together this strategy around this, that how, we should pick up Gen AI, how to lay down the foundation of Gen AI. And there were like thousands of questions which were running in our mind. Now, today, we are here to help you understand our journey of Gen AI, the solutions what we are working on, the solutions what we have delivered to our customers, and how that journey actually started from basics, right? Basics in the sense, conversational way of doing it. I will cover up the Gen AI piece of it, the journey piece of it, the solution piece of it. My friend Sachendra will talk about the conversational piece of it. I'm still hiding few words because I want him to talk about those amazing things what he's working on. So let's go through some of the basics, and then I'll walk you through some of the solutions as well and our journey with Gen AI. So AI ML actually helped a lot to all of us, right? If I go and work in banking, then it has helped me a lot on my fraud, risk, regulatory compliances. When I go in retail, it helps me on my customer centricity experience. When I go in life sciences, it helps me a lot of on my research side of it, drug discovery, clinical trials. But when it comes to Gen AI, it has given a fundamentally different way of approaching certain things, keeping the things simple, yet making sure that we have the technology advantage in delivering what we really need to deliver as part of the solutions. Yes, it is part of the AI family, but it's a little different. Why? Because it is contextual in nature, it has text, it has images, and it has a lot of research which is in it. What is generative AI? We all know, forming a database, inputting a prompt, generating the content. It's very easy. You have complex events, outcomes, significant impact on your culture, innovative thought process. But the most important thing It's a cultural transformation within any organization. And whenever I go and talk to any of my customer, and they say, Kapil, we wanted to go for Gen AI. We have certain use cases which we have thought through. On our technology side of it, on our marketing side of it, on our sales side of it, on our customer side of it. I actually pull them back onto the basic question that first, if we are coming in, then we will help you to be Gen AI ready. That's the very basic thing. Are you Gen AI ready? We can have multiple use cases. There are multiple different workshops, consulting, events which we can do with each of one of our customers. But the most important thing is that to prepare the customer for Gen AI readiness. And that is with the help of technology. It's a culture, it's a mindset, it has a lot of communication in it, it has a goal in it, and it has an investment as well, for which a customer has to be ready, and we as an organization also have gone through this cycle. Potential future impact of Gen AI. There are multiple different use cases, a lot of theory, a lot of blogs, a lot of white papers, a lot of analysis has been posted on internet. But the four major domains where I think, that's my understanding based on whatever the conversations I had with almost 100 plus customers so far back in US and UK and Europe and whatnot. So far, healthcare. When I say healthcare, it includes pharma and life sciences. Then we talk about retail that has great penetration of Gen AI, more on the customer experience, centricity, customer support, and those sort of things. Then we get to banking and insurance side of it, where we can help underwriting side, actuarial side, new product development, and so on and so forth. And banking, once again, if I get a time, I'll share a use case, what we recently did with one of the largest bank in the world. Now, yes, our technology comes with its cons as well. It has challenges. But the most important thing, as I said, we have to be Gen AI. We have to prepare ourselves to be Gen AI ready in terms of regulation, in terms of compliance, in terms of responsible AI, in terms of ethical AI, in terms of what we really wanted to use, where we really wanted to use, the kind of environment we got to build, and then we should start our journey for the generative AI. So we need to understand our functions. We need to understand our business as a whole. Now, the journey of Gen AI at Visionet. Now, when we started the journey, we thought, okay, tomorrow if we need to go back to the customer and say, guys, we are Gen AI ready, we can help you out, what is something we have to prepare at our side? So we thought, okay, let's build the capability first. So we identified around 126 or plus people, close to 150 now, and we started giving them training for 2.5, 3 months into deep learning, into LLMs, into AI, ML, and a lot of different things. And we have encouraged them by giving them some incentivization pieces of it, like decorating their desk, a lot of gifts and stuff, so that we encourage people to attend those trainings. So that was our first step. Second step is the workshops. We have done multiple different workshops, internal and external. I have spoken with one of the customers which are purely in the BPO business, right? They do only commercial and non-commercial BPOs for federal and other places. I've spoken with the people or the customers into life sciences, pharma. We've spoken to the insurance companies, banks, and whatnot. And we have done a lot of workshops in understanding what are the use cases you really wanted to go after. And there is a framework, there's an approach which actually help you prioritize, identify the right use cases you wanted to go after. Use case can be anything. Use case define and build. Now this is very interesting. Because this team is building, we already had a team of 10, 15 smart data science, AI, ML engineers, and we started building solutions. So we have already deployed close to 4 to 5 different solutions into life sciences space, which is drug discovery, clinical trials, research, and whatnot. We have done few solutions into retail for campaign efficiency, for customer centricity, for simple email notifications based on what's customer thought process is on that basis. Most recently, we started working with few engineering companies as well, and they really wanted to get into the details of their product, their life cycle, their engineering, the tooling pieces. and then how we can quantify that as part of their financial IQs. Application development, this is a little close to my heart, so I'll take a minute on this. Uh, so we do application development, right? From requirement gathering until we push the code into the GitHub. So this was running from day one in my mind, that how can we infuse Gen AI to automate this whole of this application development lifecycle. We identified close to 150 different tools, which includes your user story generation, code auditing, testing, and so on and so forth. And then we end up finalizing 3 of them. Those 3 are going through the beta test right now at the moment when I'm talking with the team, that how we can build a factory model where all my developers and engineers will start getting into that factory. Factory, nothing but an environment where they get in and they work from Notepad++ standardization until the GitHub where they push their code. And with this, if we achieve this, I'm sure we will. We're very close to the mathematics of it, like how much productive we will be, how much efficient we'll be, what will be the cost savings. So that mathematics is also going on. Right now, we are analyzing those, and I'm challenging it to myself also every day before we stand on a podium and say that, okay, we have built this. But the benefit here is today, we take 1 year to deliver any kind of a solution, let's say, or 6 months to our customers. With this, we would be able to deliver and ship the products and solutions to the customer almost 30% less of the initial timeline, right? Now, some people can debate we can do certain things in Power Apps also, but that is completely different. Then comes partnerships and roadshow. So 27th, we are doing one of the roadshow, or you can say a workshop where we have invited quite a few of the C-level and very senior executives, and we are doing it with Microsoft because of co-pilot pieces of it and a lot of different LLMs, what they have brought in. And Azure is a bigger landscape when we work with enterprise customer. Something similar we are going to do in India very soon with Microsoft, with AWS, also planning to see other partners with whom we can bring on board and run our solutions on their different platforms. Now this whole of this journey and whatever the slides we have seen, the very first point we have to prepare first for the Gen AI. Gen AI is good, it's risky as well. We really have to spend a lot of time on our workshops, on our consulting pieces, within the organization, the communication pieces, build that foundation, nurture that talent, that thought process, so that we can go and achieve our generative AI goals. Now, but from where it actually starts, there has to be some conversation. There has to be some framework. There has to be some approaches which actually helps us to get to the point to identify the right use cases. And how that whole life cycle actually goes in, which we call it as conversational UX, and it has an element of that. So I will ask Sachendra to take a lead from here, but if you guys have any questions, we're right here. Apart from that, I also have something in the bucket for all of you, which I'll talk once Sachendra is done. So thank you. Over to you.
Thanks, Kapil. So I'm a big believer in frameworks. And when we said that we want to do stuff in Gen AI, I tried looking for frameworks and I couldn't find any. So I thought that I'll give it a shot and try to build a framework myself. And this is the framework that I'll walk you through. Before that, these are the key differentiators that that GPT-enabled conversation UX can give you. Human-like responses, it talks just like a human. You can customize the tone, the style, in which the conversation will go. Multilingual support right off the bat. Efficiency and speed in getting the information. Creation of content, associative reasoning. That's very big in AI and ML days. Like 6 months ago, we had to create bespoke solutions for a particular problem. We have that ability here built into the foundation models. And then context retention, so stuff that he talked about. You can continue that conversation 3 days later, 4 days later, and then continue down that path. So this is the framework that we have. The first part is the design thinking framework that's already there. We identify the users, identify pain points and opportunities that are there in the customer journey. And the next bit is something that I've created, which is how do we bring in a conversational journey out of this thing. So the first step we do is, based on the pain points and opportunities that we've identified, where can conversation UX add more business value, right? So now we have primarily been using GUI. Conversational AI has been there for very niche use cases. But now with the power of GPT that you've seen in the previous slide, you can now embed GenAI or conversational UX in the entire customer journey, end to end. But what are the things that GUI will be doing, and what are the things that a CUI will be doing, right? How do they intertwine, and how do you generate more business value from the combination of the two? We identified that, we define goals and success metrics. What does success look like after this thing is implemented, maybe 3, 4, 6 months down the line, and how do you measure the success? And then you identify the primary use cases, from the ideas that you generated in the value piece, and figure out how it intertwines with the GUI in the entire workflow. And then you create a brand voice. A brand voice is something that GPT has enabled us, where we can define 7 parameters across casual versus formal, funny versus serious. You can define how the agent sort of engages with you. So you can create a voice which mimics your personal brand. Now, for this workshop, we need to identify where something like this, where this framework would add value. If you want to say, identify the most valuable applications in your business, insights that will help you create new business line or new opportunities. You want to create completely new products or offerings, based on the capabilities that are there. Holistic solutions, end-to-end, looking at your entire ecosystem and the entire customer journey. So it's not point solution. Get buy-in from the stakeholders. That's a big deal. So you can demonstrate business value and make sure that stakeholders are willing and invested in this thing. And you want to speed up your process through a guided framework. So it's you have everything defined carefully, so you know what you're getting at the end of it. Diving into some of the things, so you map out your user journey, you identify your pain points and opportunities. This is something that we did for an insurance company. Once you have the pain points and the opportunities, then you try to figure out, okay, where does CUI add more value? Conversation is very, very powerful, but it doesn't work for every use case. Conversation is serial in nature, right? So you say one thing, then you get something time-consuming. Whereas GUI, it's parallel. There are 6 things, and I can go anywhere that I'm looking for. So where in the journey, where in the flow, conversation will be better, and where in the journey, GUI will be better. So we leverage the strengths of GenAI in the ideation process, stuff that we talked about, to figure out what are the use cases where in the entire customer journey, as GUI and CUI intertwining, where does CUI add more business value? Then we define the primary use cases, which are linked to business goals. So based on the ideas that we came up with, we define, okay, CUX will do this thing so that this is the business value that I get out of it. This makes sure that your stakeholders are on board with you. They are convinced that, yeah, this is something that makes sense from a business standpoint. And you're identifying the data that you will be using to train the model. One of the biggest challenges in GPT is hallucinations, right? If you have it trained on specific targeted model, you can reduce hallucinations and have a degree of explainability on the outcomes that are coming out. So what to expect from this workshop? It's an intense co-creation workshop that we do with the clients, preferably face-to-face. We have dedicated canvases that we have created. We couldn't find anything anywhere. So we've taken existing design thinking frameworks and then created our own set of tools, embedded within that to make sure that we are solving the right problems. Each session is tailored for your company's needs. Our ML engineers and data scientists will be there along with us to make sure that whatever we're coming up with matches the technical feasibility guidelines. and will help you assess the ideas that you came up with, feasibility, and the right technology set to deploy that, and create a future strategic roadmap of deployment. So to embrace Gen AI, we need to do these 6 things: have a business-driven mindset, people-first approach, get the proprietary data ready. This is a big deal because most organizations, they're not data ready. So that's very, very important before you dive into the project. Have a sustainable technical foundation, create an ecosystem where inside the organization, people can start thinking of concepts and ideas which they can bring up to the leadership on innovation, and level up on the responsible AI pieces. And for the conclusion, I'll hand it back to Kapil.
Okay, thank you. Now, the thing is, like, wherever we go, we talk, we work with different customers. Our focus is not only just generating business and delivering it to the customer. Our responsibility is also to build the ecosystem. Now, having said that, our understanding for this forum as well, please visit our booths. Whoever is interested in the workshop, please leave your name and number. We will work with you. We'll do some workshops with you. So we're going to do at least 3 to 4 complimentary workshops for this group out here. And whoever is interested can reach out to our booth. We have a marketing leader here, Shilpa. I mean, she will collect whatever the details is. But once again, guys, I mean, generative AI, we have done quite a few solutions on different domains, on the life sciences, retail, pharma, and BFSI, and other pieces of it. The pieces, if you see down the line, will be more on customer support, customer experience, customer centricity, and those sort of things. Today we do L1, L2, L3. We have automated that whole of that process, and we call it as our AI ops. There are a few companies, others does it, but we would love to give you the demo how we have done it. Apart from that, very recently we have, as I was telling, with one of the largest banks, sorry, just 10 seconds. We built our own model lifecycle management platform. We presented it into one of the technology conferences with JP Morgan. So there were 40 companies, and we won out of that 40 companies. So we have a platform which completely gives you end-to-end understanding about your models. Doesn't matter wherever your data scientists are, data science engineers are, they can use those models, build those models, upload those models. It has engagement, it has education, it has capability. And from your data scientist until your CDO, you can see how your models are behaving. And that too into the details of all the models metrics as well. So having said that, thank you so much for the opportunity. Thanks to DCX, all the organizers here, and we would love to see you on the booth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kapil Mehta and Mr. Sachendra. I would like to now invite Mr. Jairaj Vyas, Tooling Architect, CTO, Ola, to do the honors. Can we please put our hands together and give a round of applause for Mr. Kapil Mehta. Thank you. Now I request Mr. Jairaj to honor Mr. Sachendra. Thank you so much, Mr. Kapil and Mr. Sachendra, for such an insightful session. And thank you so much, Mr. Jairaj, for doing the honors.